Hello, class 6 student. How are you? I hope you must be fine and you are having a big smile on your face. Student, we are learning the chapter 3, okay? And some of the parts we have covered. Now we have to move with the same topic, same chapter further. Okay? So what we will be learning in this video, let's see first. These are the main points. Point number 1, we will learn the particles of matter have space between them. We will learn the particles of matter have space between them. Then the second topic we have to learn that particles of matter has interparticle force. The third we have to learn activity. We will learn, we'll see the activity, that how the presence of space is there in the particles of matter. Okay, then we will see some of the questions are given in your book, so we will see, test your understanding. Then one topic we will learn, that is states of matter. State of matter is divided into 3 parts, that is solid, liquid and gas. We will see its definition, as well as we will also see some of the examples of solid, liquid and gases. We will not cover all the 3 parts, solid, liquid and gases. All the 3 categories, or you can say group, we will not cover in this video. We will cover only one, that is characteristic of solid. Okay, so let's move to the first topic. This is the homework which I'll be giving you at last. Okay, so the first topic is the particles of matter have space between them, right? We have learned that matter, anything which we see around us, is a matter. Okay, we have also seen that particles of matter are made up of atoms and molecules, right? Here is, you can underline it. Underlining also I have done. You have to underline it in your book. Okay, so the particles of matter have space between them, and that space is called interparticle space. The particles of matter have space between them, and that is called interparticle space. If space between them, then the word will be interparticle space. You can see in second line, interparticle space. If the same will be here, you can say in the, if that instead of space, that will be attraction between the matter. If space between them, here second line, you see, if space between them, then it is known as interparticle space. If attraction between them, if, see the first, second, third line I have underlined, see, you try to read the, that if there is an attraction between the forces of the matter, particles of the matter, then this is known as force of attraction. And interparticle force, this is the heading only, that is interparticle force. So let's move to the interparticle space. If the particle of matter have space between them, then it is called interparticle space. Okay, so how we will come to know that what we are learning, that is there is a interparticle space between the matter? So you can try your home also, and you must have tried also, that you take 1 glass of water, add 1 spoon, 2 spoon, 3 spoon sugar in it, and you dissolve it. What you will see after some time, that sugar is dissolved in it properly, thoroughly, and the level of water does not increase. The level of water does not increase. Why? Because there is a space between the liquid, or any, most of the matters have space between them, so it entered in that. So the particle of matter, particles of matter have space between them, which is called interparticle space. Okay, I hope you understood. Then second, so and if there is a attraction between the particles of force, so that is known as interparticle force. If space, then interparticle space. If force, then interparticle force. Okay, so one more word is there, the force of attraction. See the third line, the force of attraction between the particle of same substance is cohesion. What is cohesion? The force of attraction between the particle of same substance, not another substance, same substance, that is known as cohesion. Okay, then you see the last three line, that I have underlined of the screens. I think you must be seeing the screen. The last third line, you see that the distance or a space, as the distance will increase, the particles of matters have atoms and molecules. If the atoms and atoms are far from each other, if molecules and molecules are far from each other, then the force of attraction will decrease. Space will increase, then the force of attraction will decrease. And force of attraction will increase, then the space will decrease. So they are vice versa, you can say. They are vice versa. Space will increase, force of attraction will decrease. Force of attraction will increase, the space will decrease. Okay, student? I hope you are understanding the concept. Okay, so this one we have to, the third which we have to cover is about activity. We will see that yes, really there is a space between the particle of matter. So what we did here in the screen, you see, we have taken one beaker. We have taken one beaker, and that beakers, what we have done, we have kept some pebbles. We have collected some pebbles and we have kept in this beaker. Then what we did, we brought some sugar and kept in the beaker, right? And what we did, just we shake it, that beaker. Then you can see in figure 3.5 that the sugar particles have entered between the pebbles. They have taken the places there. They have fit themselves there. So what does it show? It shows that particles have space between them, right? And the bigger particles is here pebbles, and a smaller particles is sugar. So sugar have taken place in between that bigger particles. Okay, you go through this activity yourself also in the book, you will understand. It's very, very simple. Okay, student. The next that test your understanding, whatever we have discussed till now, there is a question. Question is, which of the following is a characteristic of matter? Answer is all of these. Matter has mass, matter is made up of small particles, matter occupy space. Question number 2, which of the following is not a matter? Air, water and wood. Answer is all are matter. Question number 3, the interparticle force decreases with increase in the distance between the particles. Okay, so the blank is decreases. A. Option is A, third A, I have written decreases. The best evidence for the existence and movement of particles in liquid was provided by, means you have to tick the scientist name. So we have learnt in the previous video, that is Robert Brown. Okay, so let's move. This one we have already covered, matter. Then what is the characteristic of matter? Then we have learned that yes, matter occupies space and has a mass. Then we have learned about nature of matter. Then we have also learned this one, you can refer to the book, that it is Brownian motions, that there is a random motions and always the particles always moving. Okay, so that's the thing. Next we have to cover the states of matter. So matter we have learned, Then further matter could be categorized. Further matter could be categorized into three parts. What? See here in the screen, over the screen, that according to the physical state, matter could be classified into solid and liquid and gases. Okay, solid, liquid, and gases. We have learned in the previous class also. So, you have to see the example also of solid. See here sugar, sand, iron, and many more. Water, milk, oil, kerosene is example of liquid. Air, oxygen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide is example of gases. Right? Then next we have to learn about characteristics of solid. What is a characteristic? How will we identify that yes, this is a solid? So what we will see that it has fixed shape and fixed volume. Now see here in the example we have seen sugar, sand, iron, wood, rocks. All have a fixed shape. Right? So that is why we know that solid have a fixed shape and fixed volume also. Means fixed, you can say in the general language it is weight. Fixed weight. Then second is it cannot be compressed. Now see here in the example here given is this is bricks, this is books, and this is a cartoon. Right? So it is little bit only it could be compressed. The solid could be compressed little bit only. It cannot be compressed very much. So you can say that solid can be compressed but very little. Then third, solid have high density, means their molecules are, you know that the molecules of solids are very closer to each other. So they are dense. The bricks are dense, the books are dense, the cartoons are dense. So they have high density. Now next, solid does not take the shape of the container. As we, in the cases of juice, kerosene, see here, as in the case of water, milk, oil, kerosene, petrol, and alcohol, and any liquid you can say. If you will put it in another container, it will take that shape. Again, you will change the container, it will take the shape of that. So it keeps on changing their shape according to the shape of the container. But what about bricks? What about books? What about rocks? What about iron? You see here, lot of example. Does it change the shape? No. Solid does not change the shape of the substance. Right? And solid does not, last one is solid does not flow. As a liquid flow from higher to lower level, solid does not flow. Okay, students, it's very easy. The just you have to go through the books. If you could not understand, see the video once again. Right? So now this is the homework I am giving to you. Whatever we have learned in second part. Define interparticle space. Define interparticle force. Third, what is cohesion? Question number 4. We have discussed test your understanding and I have shown you the answer also. You have to write it in the notebook. Last question is write the characteristics of solid. We have learned the solid now. So you have to write the characteristic of solid. Thank you, student.